Hey, Mean Matt here. So, let's talk about Smackdown this week. One of the better Smackdowns, in my opinion. Um, we had a kickoff. It was kind of like a contest you would probably see on all the Ultimate Fighter or before an MMA match. Um, or, anyways, well, it was Booker T came out and he said, we're gonna have a contest to see what happens with the Brogue Kick versus Big Show's KO Punch. And then Booker T came out and Booker T came out and then Big Show came out and then Sheamus came out. And in the stage they had the a big punching bag thing in the score that they had on NXT. So then Sheamus was first. He did the Brogue Kick, and he got a score. And then Big Show actually won, and he had a higher score. I can't remember what the scores were. However, it was pretty interesting to see that contest. Then we had Sheamus, who was before the commercial, attacked by Tenzai, and then when we returned from commercial, it was Tenzai versus Sheamus, and Sheamus, of course, won. Um, Very interesting how a Brogue Kick can even take down somebody like Albert, but it was a pretty solid match. Then we had the new duo of Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal with Drew McIntyre. It was Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal versus Santino Marella and Zack Ryder. And I kind of like the getup that Zack Ryder and Santino Marella had. It was kind of Zack Ryder's gimmick, but it was still pretty cool. Um, but I do think this whole trio thing is kind of silly. Although I think I always pictured um, Drew McIntyre in a kind of rock and roll way. He looks like that. He could be in a rock band or a heavy metal band, which I always dig. So yeah, it was an interesting match. Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal won. Then we had Kane versus Dolph Ziggler, and it happened in a no contest, which kind of pissed me off. Oh, it's double, or no, it was a disqualification, and Kane won. And after the match, Daniel Bryan came out, and him and Kane argued some more about why did he come to the ring, and then Daniel Bryan going, well, I saved your life, blah, blah, blah. So, then a Big Show defeated Kofi Kingston in his match, and of course, we all know that the brutal punch to Kofi. Kofi got knocked out. 1, 2, 3. Big Show wins. Then a match, one of my favorite matches of the night, because I really like these two superstars. Damien Sandow versus Sin Cara, and Sin Cara was the victor, surprisingly, because well, I thought Sandow was undefeated in WWE, but I forgot. I haven't really paid that much attention. Yeah. Okay, so then AEDI defeated Daniel Bryan in the main event, but no Kane showed up after the match. Instead, it was actually pretty cool. You know, it's kind of funny. I'm not a huge well, actually, I'm not a Randy Orton fan whatsoever, but it's things that he does that really impress me, and I think are pretty cool. Because ADR was gonna do the punch thing that Randy Orton does, and it's funny because as soon as Alberto went down on the floor or on the mat, who should he see but Randy Orton? So him and Randy brawl for a bit, and then uh, Rico gets into the ring and gets outside. He tries to stop the match. Then Alberto puts him on a table after a kick, or yeah, after he puts down Rico, and then gives Rico an RKO, but the table does not break. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened on Smackdown. Let's see here. I did manage to watch Impact again. I don't watch Impact that much, so I don't do reviews. I've stopped doing TNA reviews a long time ago, but I will say I'm really impressed with Aces and Eights. Or no, sorry, Jeff Hardy. I know Aces and Eights have been the big storyline, and watching Impact, I could see that they wanted to have some TNA superstars or wrestlers take on the Aces and Eights. So we had this week one of their teammates, Bully Ray and Sting, take on shit, who was it? Right now my mind is blank. But it was pretty cool nonetheless. Well, you know what? I can't remember. But needless to say, I really enjoyed that match. I'll look out this video and it'll come to me. But I'll just do run through with the matches for Bound for Glory. Um, so we have Jeff Hardy in the main event. Will take on Austin Aries, who's the TNA World Champion. Really impressed with Jeff Hardy in the past couple months. You know, I know that I used to watch him. I used to watch him and Matt on. I think, oh, obviously everyone watched the Hardy Boys in the WWE, and knowing that he was in TNA for a bit, and then came back, had a drug problem. Matt was on TNA for a bit, then Matt left. And then Jeff had his problems and overcame them. And so it's pretty cool to see how that's going to go down. Then we have the match that everyone is waiting for. Bully Ray and Sting will take on Aces and Eights. And we may find out who the leader is. We don't know. Some speculate it could be Jeff Jarrett, but if we do, we'll see the Schluck Daddy from the After Up show go nuts. But me personally, I don't know. Watching the match on Thursday, I almost thought that Bully Ray had something on his sleeve, up his sleeve, but I have no clue what's going to happen there. Then we have a triple threat tag team match. Styles and Kurt Angle will face Daniels and Kazarian, the tag champions, and they're gonna face Chavo Guerrero and Homicide Hernandez. And I'm really impressed with Homicide Hernandez and Chavo Guerrero. I think that they're a great tag team. But who knows how this match is going to go down. Then we have a grudge match. A special guest referee, King Mo. It's Robert Roode versus James Storm. I do miss the beer money days, but the fact is, they've really made it to their own individual single matches. They had a really good fight a couple weeks ago, and it wasn't really a match. It was just a fight. I don't believe the match started, but then Tara will take on Tough Smoker for the women's knockout championship. No, that I don't really pay attention to the women's division much. It's not a sexist thing. I just don't really care that much. But there are a few good female wrestlers out there, so. And I know when Tara was in the WWE as Victoria, she was ruthless, and who knows? We'll see how that match goes, I guess. Then the Magnus will take on Samoa Joe for the television title. I like Samoa Joe. I always thought he was a great wrestler. But we'll see. I think the Magnus is also a very good wrestler, but I think Samoa Joe will retain his title. I don't see him losing it tomorrow. Then the match that was made on Impact this week, Rob Van Dam versus Zema Ion. And again, a lot of people don't like Rob Van Dam. I think he's a great wrestler. Yeah, he was awesome in ECW. He was good in WWE. I think that he might win the championship. I don't know, but I'm rooting for him. I don't care. Then Joey Ryan versus Al Snow. I haven't seen Al Snow wrestle. We all haven't seen Al Snow wrestle in ages. I was actually surprised to see him as a backstage guy in TNA, but he's coming back. He's gonna wrestle this guy, Joey, and we'll see how the match is gonna be. I know I'm just rambling on right now. Like I said, I don't watch TNA that much, but when I do, sometimes it's interesting, sometimes it's not, but mainly I just wanted to do another review besides, Raw or Smackdown, but I didn't do the show, I did the pay-per-view predictions, I guess. Anyways, bye.